never heard of that.
Cheeks, if you want to see cheeks, MomoCon at night is the time to see cheeks because there's so many cheeks I was seeing. I was like, okay.
Okay.
Hi, I am Namu, the love child of Kirito and Asuna.
And I'm a Whimsy, and I'm just tired.
And we are
Anti-Mutuals. And if you don't know, what we do for Anti-Mutuals is our love of anime, manga, and everything, cosplay, everything in between. We like to have conversations about it, and we like to ask our friends online, aka our Anti-Mutuals, on their takes and opinions, and we just have a lovely show ready for you guys today.
I promise that we do not judge people for their opinions.
Yeah.
Outwardly.
Unless they're god-awful, but I hope not. I hope you guys are okay. So today we're going to be talking about basically conventions. And this conversation came up, and why I said I was tired is because like a week ago, I had the pleasure of attending Anime NYC. Hey.
I'm already jealous.
And when was I know you went to a con recently, Namu.
Back in like the first week or second week of July, I went to BlurredCon for the very first time over in Alexandria, Virginia.
Ooh, I hear that's where it's popping there. I hear that's where to go. Oh, I'm excited. So today's show is a little different. We're going to start off with just our experiences in conventions. Maybe you went to the same convention as us, maybe you didn't, and you want to hear like what's it like. So we're just going to kind of go day by day and talk about our con experience, and then we're going to get into talking about our first cons, our first cosplay, stuff like that. Okay?
The positives, the negatives, the do's and don'ts. What is it that you like about conventions, basically?
Exactly. So, I am Whimsy, and I attended Anime NYC, which it was like August 23rd. That weekend was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I had the luxury, I say luxury, I'm broke. I was broke. I should not have bought those tickets. I got 3-day passes, right? All 3 days, I got the pass. First off, I don't know if you guys know, getting Anime NYC tickets is like intense. Like I was on the, yes, like I'm on the waiting queue. They're telling me they're dropping it there. I'm like, I gotta get it because once it sells out, then you have to just buy tickets individually maybe. It's more expensive. But I was able to get it. I bought 2, me and for a friend, but me and my friend, we're not friends no more, so that was a doozy. We're not gonna get into that right now. But
okay.
So because of that, I invited different people to hang out with me during Anime NYC. So these are my cosplays and kind of what the vibes were. So on Friday, I cosplayed Rouge the Bat from Sonic. I love that cosplay. I feel like I get a lot of compliments on it. I think, you know, I don't want to be like, oh, gas me up, but like people are like, oh, your Rouge is so good. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Like
No, it is. It really is. I think my favorite part of your cosplay is your glasses.
I know. I feel like that makes it so, I don't know why I chose that. Like I just saw it and I was like, you know, I think that will go with it. And I ended up getting it and I was like, oh, I love it. I actually cosplayed this 2 years ago at Anime NYC, but we're going to talk about it a little bit later, why that cosplay was a mess. On Saturday of Anime NYC, I didn't cosplay anything, and this is the funny thing here, you guys. It was so hot because usually Anime NYC takes place in November and it's just cold. I remember like years back when it was called LineCon because we were in the line for like hours. It was like all over like social media. They were like, "Oh my god, it's LineCon." I was freezing, and that I would not wish that on my enemies. Like it was that cold, but it was just so hot and steamy, and I realized I do not like Saturdays at conventions.
This is moved to August, and no one likes New York August weather. Do you prefer like winter or summer?
I prefer the winter because I feel like with cosplays too, I don't know about other people. I know some people wear like thin cosplays, but my cosplays are usually like full. Like my Madoka Magica cosplay, my ultimate one that I did, actually I ended up doing it half day on Sunday. I wasn't gonna wear it on Saturday because one, it was like really big, and I didn't want people to step on it, and it was just hot, and I was like, I don't want to be sweating on people. I don't want sweating and liquids and juices and people cosplaying and people want to take pictures and touching, and I was over it. So that was fun. So I prefer it in the winter, but it's not going back. They already said that they're going to do it again in August, so that's fun for me.
Enjoy.
I also cosplayed with my friend. On Friday, I was with my best friend. I took her to Anime NYC with me. On Saturday, because I told you I had this extra ticket, I met up with my friend from Boston, Max, and we actually cosplayed Ancient Magus Bride. So there was Cheese and Ruth, and that's her familiar. It was really cute. It's this one right here. It was really low-key. We wanted to do something super low-key. It was simple, easy, to the point. On Saturday, no, that was Sunday. On Saturday, I'm messing up. It was 3 days. On Saturday, I went with my
tired.
On Saturday, because I didn't cosplay, this is just me, I went with my sister on Saturday, and we had a really good time. She's never been to a con before, like, so I was like, this is it. She was like, it's okay. Like, she was not impressed at all, and it was really cute. And they were doing the 25th anniversary of Naruto, so they had this so cute. They had this little frog, like, thing to take pictures. It was so cute.
Does she, like, ever want to come back, or is she, like, done with
Sorry about that. Is my sister done? I don't think she's done. She wanted to cosplay too, but she's, like, paranoid. She's like, I'm gonna get sick. I don't want people to... My sister is my sister. But she was like, oh, I don't want to... we wore masks, like, because she wanted to. I was like, all right, that's fine. If you're wearing a mask, I'll wear a mask too, you know? Mm-hmm. So I don't think so. She was actually mad because she loves this game called Magic the Gathering, and I didn't tell her that people play it at cons. Like, you know, the parts where people, like, just play card games?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't go down there. So she sees it, and she's like, you didn't tell me. And I was like, girl, you think I'm down here?
I'm screaming. Like,
oh my goodness.
Overall, like, when it came to you cosplaying, like, out of 10, you had a great experience cosplaying at Anime NYC?
I feel like it was like a 7 for me.
Okay.
I feel like, you know, I liked my cosplays, don't get me wrong. I feel like it didn't hit like prior years. Like, you know, like I feel like I had a great time. This year I had a good time, but wasn't great, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I did this year for the first time is I went to an after party.
Ooh, okay.
And y'all didn't tell me that the anime people be turning up like this. It was crazy.
It depends. I have a love-hate relationship with after parties.
Really? I think maybe because it's New York. I'm like, it was pretty diverse. Like, they had like good music, like rap music. They had like Nicki Minaj playing. Like, we were done. And we were also like, what? I was gonna play this video of me, but I think it's so loud. Let me see if I can turn it down. It was me at the after party. Yeah. And it was the Fighting Dreamers song, and we were all jumping, and I was like, that's such a collective. It was so cute. I was like, okay, I love that. Some other fun things I did at Anime NYC is that I got to watch some premieres. Like, Crunchyroll had some panels where you get to go and see like anime before it came out. And then I think this was pretty big. I got to see the Critical Role panel. Like, they all came in and they were talking about like D&D and things like that. It was their first time at an anime convention. So I was like, wow, this is pretty. It was really good. They did a nice job talking about it. I appreciate it.
That's cool. I am not into like anything D&D related.
Really?
But like, yeah, that's just something I've never like ever like really went into. But like a lot of the people who are in Critical Role, I'm like fans of their work in other things.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
It was really cute. They did a fun job. And it's funny because I've never seen them their campaigns. I've watched their TV show, Vox Machinima. Like, it's like a cartoon. And that's how I know them. It's really cute. It's really good. Anyway, so I got to see them. That was something. These are some cosplayers I saw that were really cute. This was I Have No Enemies. It was so good. He looked so good. This is my sister with Echo from League. This was me from Senshi with from Dungeon, Delicious in the Dungeon. I don't know what this was, but my sister wanted to take a picture with this monkey looking thing. I don't know what it was.
It's like an iteration of Wukong, but I
yes.
don't know.
Yes, it was Wukong. So I took pictures of Wukong. Okay. There was a cool Fullmetal Alchemist cosplayer that had like alchemy, like it was really cool. I like the cosplayers. It was nice.
Roy Mustang. I can tell that's my man right there.
Oh.
I love me some Roy Mustang. Okay.
I know he should have done the one where his shirt was up. You know that scene where his shirt is up, his biddies out. Like it was. But you know. But all around, there were a lot of good cosplayers that I didn't get to take pictures with. The thing about I love Anime NYC is just so diverse. Like, I see such different iterations of cosplays. Like, I see, like, black people, brown people. Like, it's just so good. Like, I love it. Like, I feel like if I was, like, in Arkansas, no offense, Arkansas people, like, it would look very different, you know?
I'm screaming sorry to any animijos in Arkansas.
It's okay. We love you. We love you.
Shots fired.
And then the last kind of big thing that happens to me at this con is I love the series which had Atelier. I love the manga, and they had a limited edition like tote bag and poster. I got them all. I was able to get it before it sold out. The funny thing is, as soon as I got that tote bag, I spilt soy sauce all over it.
Well,
and then I tried to clean it, and it made it look even dirtier. I don't know what to do.
Pack it up. That's it.
And I love, if you don't know which hat is coming out as an anime soon, I definitely recommend it if you love witches. I love witches. I think that trope is, I love little girls as witches. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. I saw the trailer to it, and it gave me like Studio Ghibli vibes, the trailer. So it's like, I'm already here for it.
Exactly. And the final thing is I got some artwork. I supported some artists. This one is actually really funny because I saw this and I was like, oh, those are characters from this webtoon that I read. And I go over there and I'm like, oh, do you read webtoons? I asked the person and she's like, yeah, like I create this. And I was like, oh, you create art? And she's like, no, like this is my webtoon. Like I made it and I publish it. And I was like, really? And she signed all of them. I thought it was so cute. She was like, what can
Sweet.
I know. I was like, oh my goodness, I have your autograph. And I really they had a couple people that like had like webtoon series that they were there like promoting their art and like selling things. And it was like really cute. Really fun. So my Anime NYC experience I think was pretty decent. I think as a total out of 10 this year I would give it a 7.5.
Okay.
Out of 10.
Last year was what for you?
So last year I only went one day. So let's tell you the year prior to that, 2022, I would give it 8. 2021, I would give it 9. Like I feel like it's decreased. Maybe I'm just over it. Maybe I am. Okay. I was just over cons. I don't know. The
honeymoon phase of it is over, and you're just a regular at this point.
Yes, like I see it. I'm like, okay, this is the same thing. People like just stand and then they like do their little videos and then like artists. Like I was like, oh, I'm getting kind of bored of it. But I think I just need to go to a different one. I think that's it.
Okay.
So that was my Anime NYC experience. And now it's your turn, Namu.
Yay! So I went to BlurredCon. This is my first time. I kind of got peer pressure into it originally, and I was like on and off about, am I gonna go? Am I not gonna go? And then one of my good friends, she said she was driving up there, and I was like, can I tag along? Because she's only like 30 minutes from me. And I was like, I'm gonna get a hotel room and everything. And another friend who I actually speedrun video games with, she's my speedrunning partner, she is coming down from, I think she lives like 2 hours away from BlurredCon. She's like, I will room with you at the hotel. I was like, I bet. So we went up to BlurredCon. It was my first time. I was kind of like on and off about ever really going because there's been issues with BlurredCon in the past.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into it right now, but just issues when it comes to like the cosplay contests and all that stuff and colorism and such. And the founder of BlurredCon has said some things that I do not agree with, but I wanted to give it a chance because I've gone to DreamCon twice and I enjoyed DreamCon, but this is like our other, it's inclusive, but like, you know, we are at the forefront for these conventions. And I wanted to see what this was like, and it definitely, if I can afford it, I would hands down 10 out of 10 go again. I had a great time. So it was from Friday to Sunday, and I cosplayed all 3 days, but I only did 2 cosplays. I was originally gonna do 3, but I just like was getting over MomoCon, which was at the end of May, and I was just kind of getting burnt out from cosplays. So, and I didn't have like enough money to like go out and do another big old cosplay like I normally do for MomoCon. So I got my Lord Farquaad, which was really, really fun and popular for MomoCon. And for those who don't know, he's from Shrek, and he's a great character. And then I also did Sasuke Uchiha for
I love it.
Saturday. Sasuke,
I love that cosplay.
that was thank you. That was like, Sasuke is one of my favorite anime characters. You know,
I think you do it so well. I agree.
He did no wrong.
He did nothing wrong.
He did nothing wrong. But it was originally, I wasn't even gonna cosplay Sasuke. It was for a Naruto photo shoot that I had planned on going literally a couple weeks after BlurCon. I didn't end up going to it. But so I bought this cosplay for nothing. But I enjoyed it. And those are the 2 that I done.
Nice.
I did Sunday, I did Lord Farquaad again, only to do a TikTok though.
Oh, okay. I didn't film any TikToks. Sorry. The music played and it scared me so much. It was so loud. That was my...
I'm sorry.
Sorry. I had to pause it. It's like screaming in my ear. I'm like shaking. I have to turn down my headset so we could play the video. Sorry.
It is perfectly fine. So, the experience for BlurCon was great. I felt like, okay, so there was like a little, how should I say, words are failing me, like issues with line management and figure out where to go and stuff like that. But like the things to do, the panels, the after parties, I'm not an after party person, only because I've been to my share of raves and after parties, and I don't like EDM music.
Me either.
I can barely take that, and most of the conventions I've gone to is always EDM this, EDM that. BlurCon was completely different, and when because my hotel roommate really wanted to go, so I was following her, and when we went in, I instantly knew that this was a different kind of after party. First off, it's free. After parties,
really?
You have to pay for these days. No, yeah, bring back free after parties, please, conventions. But it was free, and then the DJ is actually a DJ that I follow on TikTok, and I am such a big fan of him because I'm sitting there, I don't really dance or anything, but I'm bopping to the music, and my friend, she's enjoying, and I'm looking to the left because they started playing, I don't even remember what the song was, but it transitioned into the Eye to Eye from Goofy movie, and I'm like, okay, this is my kind of music right here. And I'm looking at the guy, I was like, that man looks mad familiar, and I'm like, bad service, I'm trying to, you know, figure out who it is, and I learned, and it's like someone I've been following for like half a year, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing, because I enjoy his he posts nothing but like his DJ transitions, and it's always funny TikToks with it, but seeing him like in person up on stage, it was like so cool, and all his music was great. So that's what the first video is
cosplay.
It's a Naruto song as well.
Oh, I hear it.
Yeah, it's just having everyone like collectively, just like for you for writing Dreamers, everyone collectively just singing the Naruto theme song, and it's like, yeah, these are my people.
I love that. I love that in the anime community. I think that is where we all come together and you realize, like, we really do love anime. Like, we love this Naruto music. We're all screaming it. Like, I feel like that's where I'm like, okay, these are my people.
No, say what you will about Naruto. You like it or you're not. Those openings bring people together. Like, they do. People love the openings of Naruto.
It could stop wars.
In the middle. No, yes, for real. Oh. In the middle was a photo shoot. I think I went to a few panels, but I didn't really take many pictures, but I did go to 2 photo shoots, and the one on Friday was a combined Naruto and Dragon Ball Z photo shoot. And I was, at the time of the picture, probably only 2 of us was like a Sasuke, so I was like one of the few only Sasukes at the convention,
Nice.
which
I'm
was pretty
surprised.
surprising. Yeah, no, it was mad weird. But so that's just a photo shoot of all the Naruto cosplayers, and I really enjoyed it because there was a little girl who was a Sakura, and she had like a little Naruto and a slushy plushie, and she came up to me and she's like, "Are you Sasuke?" Because I have the Akatsuki robe on, so not a lot of people knew I was Akatsuki Sasuke. He's like only Akatsuki Sasuke for like 5 episodes.
That's his outfit for Akatsuki, yeah.
Yeah, but she's like, "Are you Sasuke?" And I was like, "I am." And she went to take a picture, and it's like the cutest thing because she's like a little baby Sakura.
I love seeing
But it was
babies
so
cosplay.
Her father was a Kakashi. It was so cute. And then on the right, it was a panel. It was a bingo panel. But it's like the blackest thing ever. Everyone is singing Keisha Cole, and I loved it. Cause first off, that's my favorite Keisha Cole song. And then to just like, these are my people.
I love that.
It was a bingo panel, and it was just like songs you hear at a cookout, 90 songs that your parents played, songs from movie soundtracks that played in your black household, and stuff like that, and songs that would play like on a Sunday when you are cleaning around the house. And Keisha Cole was one of them. And I was like, this is my song, and everyone's singing. I was like, I have to record this.
Aww. I love how things have gotten. I feel like, well, I don't know, Namu, you're the con expert. How like things have evolved in cons. Like I feel like it's been more and more okay to like add blackness in there. Like it's okay to like anime and like Keisha Cole. Like there's nothing wrong with it.
It's come a long way. Since I've been attending conventions since 2011, when I was in high school, and when searching through my old cosplay pictures, like so many like white cosplayers, and like I barely see any black people in these conventions in the backgrounds or anything. And then looking at my pictures nowadays, it's so diverse and so inclusive nowadays for all conventions. Even the ones that are not centered around blackness and such, like the ones that I go to MomoCon, that's in Atlanta. I mean, it's Atlanta. And that might as well just be a third black con at this point.
Ooh.
So, I did really, really bad at BlurCon. Normally I take a lot of pictures, but I was kind of getting overwhelmed being at my first convention and, or first BlurCon, and it was way too hot.
Really?
I was sweltering. And then it was also like that humid hot too, because it was raining Friday.
Ew.
And I took all morning to do my makeup, and 2 steps in and I'm melting it off immediately, and I hated it.
They should have the AC. They should need to invest. Cons need to invest in like some good AC. Like, let's be real here.
They really do. So, I was just like hot and tired. It didn't take as many pictures, but these are the ones that I went to my gallery and I really enjoyed. So the first one is with Lord Baldwin. He's we're mutuals on Twitter, and he's like a voice actor.
Oh.
And he does these really, really funny TikToks where he voices like animal dots. That's how I found him, and it's funny. Highly suggest you go find his TikToks. But I just seeing all these cosplays, like one was she's from Rocket Power,
Yeah.
SpongeBob. My other favorite is they're cosplaying as a gender bent of Jill and Claire from Resident Evil. They had Arthur, they had Miss Frizzle. It was like so diverse cosplays. I loved it, and so many unique ones. I was like, oh, I've never seen, Homegirl from Rocket Power. I've never seen that cosplay in person.
That. Yeah, it's so cute, and I know that it's her, and I think that's so funny. Like, we old, like I love Rocket Power.
There are so many great cosplays. Absolutely enjoyable.
So you said 10 out of 10. BlurCon was a 10 out of 10 for you.
Okay, so if we're factoring weather and con-related issues, I would probably give it like an 8. The weather really put a hamper on it, but there was like 20 food trucks.
Ooh.
The food was immaculate over there. There was one food truck that had lobster fries. I was like, can this just be in my house? The walk, my hotel was across the street, like down the street, across the street. It was kind of far. I Ubered the entire time because I was not walking in that rain, in that heat. But it wasn't bad per se. The line management was weird. There was like this weird thing about the props. I had a sword prop for my Sasuke cosplay, and it was metal. Technically, it was steel, and I know you're not supposed to bring it in. I didn't know because I literally just got it in the mail like the day before I left. So when I was going there, he's like, you can't have this in. I was like, fine. I went back to the hotel, I dropped it off. Later on, when I came back, that guy wasn't even there anymore. And I didn't see him at that props table for the rest of the convention. I was like, are you kidding me? I could have walked in. There was no one checking anyone on the main floor going to the dealers for your badge. It's like you literally could have gone upstairs to go to all the panels without a badge. You could have gone to BlurCon for free, to be honest.
Y'all heard that? I was about to get people in trouble.
No, really, like, I don't have that much experience in, like, event management, but, like, please, BlurCon, y'all gotta get some, you're almost as bad as DreamCon when it comes to event management. Y'all need to get y'all staff to do their job. Be there to check badges, because if I'm spending almost $100 to go to the convention, I should be able to get you most of the stuff for free.
Yeah. Anime NYC, I have to say that they're legit. Like, Anime NYC, like, they check in badges. You gotta have that on the prop. If they see it, they're gonna come and approach you. Like, they were really on top of it, which I have to say. And I forgot to mention, I didn't go to a hotel this year. I was traveling back and forth for Anime NYC, which is the first time I did that. So I think that's why it was a 7.5.
Oh, yeah, because you don't, like, live in New York, right?
No, I don't. I'm from Jersey, so I took a train. And so I took a train up, and I would take a train back home, and it just wasn't enough. But was I going to spend $800 on a New York hotel?
No, that's, yeah, for real.
No. So I think it was a lot of fun. Do you have any cons coming up, Namu, that you were going to or want to?
Generally there is one in like January, but it usually happens like a weekend where I'm not available, so I haven't been able to go to this convention for like the last 3 years, and I wanted to go this year, and turns out it's the same weekend I'm going to New York actually for an orchestra concert. So no, my next convention is, if it's not BlurCon, because they moved it was in the second week or first week of July, and now it's being moved to March.
Wow.
So March. So I was like, if I can't go to that, then it would just be MomoCon.
Oh, nice. There's one big con in New Jersey, but they canceled it this year because they were having problems with where to house it, and then last year was such a trouble. So I don't think I'm going to any other cons for like this year.
Is it Anime Next?
Yes.
I went to that 1 year.
Really?
When I was in college, because the person who, I'm not friends with them anymore, but the person I was with, she really, really loved Berry's Kobu, which is a Japanese girl group, and they came to Anime Next, and she really wanted to get their autograph and a picture and all that stuff. So
was that when there was in Atlantic City, or is that where you guys were?
I honestly don't know. That was my first time actually physically being in Jersey.
It's a beauty, right?
Next.
So it's so
Now
fun.
someone from New York? Nope.
I love you now. Don't put disrespect on Jersey. It's okay now. It's okay. Don't do too much now. Don't do too much. We are the Garden State. There's a lot of greenery. It's. Anyways, you guys.
Greenery? Okay.
Greeneries.
Sure.
So after this, we decided to ask our anime mutuals like some questions about like cons, because we want to get like other people's opinions on like what's going on. So the first question is like, what was your first anime convention? And Namu.
Okay, so technically my first anime convention doesn't exist anymore. Oh. And I could not figure out the name of it either. I remember it was hosted at my college that I went to later on. This was like junior year of high school, and I ended up going to the college that it was hosted at. And the people who hosted it ended up hosting other conventions in my state later on that are still in existence. I never went to them because they're like pushed further towards the East Coast. But I could not remember the name of it, and I have no pictures from that convention. So the next one I went to was Animazement. Unfortunately, didn't have any pictures on my Facebook of the very first year I went, so I had to pull pictures from Ichiban-con, which is the convention that I try to go to every year in January and can never go to. The very first year I went, I was in senior year of high school, and I met, in the far left picture, Lisa Ortiz, who was the 4Kids voice actor for Chopper from One Piece.
Aww.
And she voices Amy from Sonic X specifically.
Oh, nice.
And I was looking at these pictures, I was like, oh, look how small it was, and look how laid my hair was too.
Laid and fried to the side like that.
All right.
You look like a baby.
Yes, I was like 16 or 17. And then the next picture is with Veronica Taylor, who is the original voice actress for Ash Ketchum from Pokemon.
Oh, nice.
And a lot of the other pictures, they were not good quality pictures, and I was like, ooh, we come a long way when it comes to technology.
This should be in a museum. These need to be in the museum. You could see this and be like, this was like this had to be a while ago. Like, this was a long time.
Yeah, no, yes,
and I love it.
It was a long time ago. These were just like the best pictures I could pull from my album. You have Sorceress Edea from Final Fantasy VIII. You have the cast of Naruto with Amy Rose, and I do not know who's that on the farm right. And then
that looks like
Matt
Misa from Death Note.
I wanted to say that, but I couldn't really tell. Yeah, these are some great quality pictures.
I didn't see. That's what's the character again?
Matt from Digimon.
Oh, that's so cute.
I didn't cosplay. The first cosplay was at the convention that doesn't exist anymore. And I wouldn't even really say that's like my first official cosplay, but yeah, I didn't cosplay here. I was just a local. This place was like 15 minutes from my house.
Oh, we're lucky. I have to say, like, I'm in an ideal spot now. I'm not gonna go on Arkansas. I'll pick another state. Utah, I'm not from a different state.
My folks from Utah.
Like, just like the distance wise, like, I'm just so glad that like there are cons available where I live, and like it's accessible. And it might not be accessible, like I know a lot of other countries, like I know a lot of Caribbean countries are doing like their first like anime conventions, and they're getting really big, and I'm like, wow, I never thought about that.
I love that for our international folks, that they don't have to travel to other countries nowadays.
Yeah. So my first convention was Anime NYC. It's very funny. You guys know I love anime and all that stuff, but I was very antisocial with people that liked anime, so I never went to a con. Like, I knew they existed, but I was just like, no, I don't know what I would do there. I was like, I'm not gonna cosplay. Like, I was very like insecure, and it wasn't until someone that I knew was like, I go to Anime NYC, it's the best con, like we should go. And I was like, okay. And I cosplayed for like legitimately the first time, and I was Isabelle from Animal Crossing, and I was Sailor Cosmo from Sailor Moon. And notice that it's masked.
So much.
This was the pandemic time. Like, that's so crazy. I was masked for that convention, and I remember
those are stressful times.
Those were very stressful times, but
stay masked, kids. COVID is still here.
I wish I cosplayed, and I wish I went to cons earlier. Like, my friend says, like, it was so different. Things were like, I see a lot of discourse online about the differences in how cons are now and how they were back in the day. Like, when I think about back in the day, I think about like the anime club I was in high school, where we would like weirdly role play and watch like Hetalia. Like, we would watch Hetalia and we would do some.
Oh god, don't even bring up Hetalia. Oh god, there's so many cringe things that I think about that are no longer done at conventions, and I thank God for that.
I wish I could go back in time so I can experience. Like, I want to get yaoi paddle. Like,
no, not the yaoi paddle. Or there used to be at Animazement, you just be walking in the distance, you hear the word Marco, and another crowd would just say Polo in the distance, or someone would scream Mortal Kombat, and it's just and the yaoi paddles here and there, and it's just the free hugs. Give me a hug. Oh god, I'm happy that your first convention was during this generation.
Thank you. I don't think I would have been able to handle it well. So we asked our anime mutuals what their first anime conventions were, and someone said Animazement, and it was amazing. I was like, oh, Namu, you might know this person.
All right. Maybe.
And Ichiban 2011, it was really fun. 2011, that's when I graduated high school. Oh, that was
same. So yeah. I might have gone to this convention at the same time as someone else. Who are you? And how do I not know you back in 2011?
I feel like the community was very small too. Like, back then it was like smaller. It wasn't at the scale it was now. And no. Go ahead. This was more.
Someone said MomoCon 2022 was honestly pretty great. And someone else said Anime Boston. I felt it didn't feature a lot of anime you knew. I have not heard of Anime Boston, but MomoCon, as someone who goes to MomoCon, since 2019, yes, it is a pretty great convention.
Really? I know people go to MomoCon, like I know like that's a very like big one, but maybe I'll experience it. Maybe I should go to different cons in different places. Maybe I need a...
I highly suggest it. MomoCon is Memorial Day weekend. It's probably the biggest southern convention during May.
Where is it?
It's in Atlanta.
Oh, okay. In Atlanta. Oh, okay. So what is your favorite part of a convention? So I said my favorite part of the convention is I really like going to the masquerade. I don't know if all cons have a masquerade, but I really like seeing like the performances and like people's cosplays and like people dancing or like doing things. And I always like that there's always like kids, like there's like a kids section in Anime NYC and they do their little cosplays and I'm like, oh, this is so cute. And I really like AMVs. I love AMVs. That was my thing back in the day, so I'm so happy it's still alive. Like they still do like anime AMV contests and I get to watch them and I feel like that's my favorite part.
Yes, back in the day I used to do AMVs and FMVs and such.
Oh my god.
It was a good time.
The blackest thing I've ever done in my life was an AMV I did to Toradora to Nicki Minaj. I was cooking. This was like 10, 15 years ago. I was like,
I'm screaming.
That's back when everyone was like to Linkin Park or like Be My Bad Boy, like that was the song.
Oh my god. I love how we're aging ourselves with this.
Yeah.
So my favorite part of a convention is honestly just going there with friends. These are from this past year's MomoCon, and these were my hotel roommates. In the first picture, just us in the elevator. We try to take an elevator picture every day, but we missed it. And in the middle one, it was in the courtyard. That's probably like one of the most fun parts of MomoCon. So the main host hotel for MomoCon is the Omni Hotel, and in between that and the Georgia World Congress Center is a courtyard, and they have it blocked off this past year, which was really stupid. But most people who didn't have a badge would just come and chill with the rest of the con goers in the courtyard. We just be hanging out, and you know, people be drinking and dancing and everything, and it was like the unofficial free after party without like actual real music because, you know, we're out in public and people are going to complain. And I remember one year there was like some lady who just came up walking selling Jamaican punch with rum, and I'm like, okay, it was delicious. And after like one bottle, I do not remember anything else. But we always enjoy it. Like, it's a great time to people watch as well, and it's nice and cool because, you know, it's get hot in Atlanta in May. And just walking around seeing all the cool cosplayers in the Moo Con, as we like to call it, where everyone just gets into a cow outfit for MomoCon Friday and Saturday night. And
I've never heard of that.
If you want to see cheeks, MomoCon at night is the time to see cheeks because there's so many cheeks I was seeing. I was like, okay.
Okay. So
all the butts.
I love to see it. I wish, you know, I need to go to MomoCon. When did you say it was again? Like
Memorial Day weekend.
Okay, checkmate. All right, so we asked our Annie mutuals their favorite parts of cons, and someone said just being able to see people all together, happy to celebrate anime. So another person said my favorite aspect is meeting new people and experience certain panels. Gives me a good feeling. That is super cute. It's so funny. I feel like this year I don't make friends. I'm basically I'm Sasuke Uchiha. Like I'm like, but I always wanted to. I'm just not like that extroverted to like go up to people and like make friends. And usually I'm like with one person and I stick with them, and it's like just me and them against the world. So
same. No, yeah, I try to find my group prior to going to a convention so that I'm not alone. I don't like going places by myself. If I have a friend that's going there and if it's not annoying them, I will stick to them the entire time if I can.
Yeah. So let's see what else people said.
Someone said dressing up in a cosplay and taking pictures with like-minded individuals. And my favorite aspect was the panels. They were very focused and loving. Definitely. Taking pictures with people and of people, that's definitely one of the best aspects of a convention.
I agree. I feel like I try to go out of my way to take pictures with people because I'm like, you know what? Maybe this is like their joy. Like they're waiting for someone to just like appreciate the effort and the time they put into their cosplay and their joy. Because obviously you do cosplay for a joy. Like you don't do it for nothing. Like, you know? Mm-hmm. So I love that. Do you go to panels a lot?
I try to. There, unfortunately, with MomoCon, I hate having to refer to MomoCon, but MomoCon is absolutely huge. And by the time I get to the convention walking from the host hotel, that's like 15 to 30 minutes, and then getting downstairs to get to the dealer's room, that's like another 15 minutes, because also there's a lot of people. And then the dealer's room is absolutely gigantic. It takes like 3+ hours to just go through. No, it's huge. It takes a very long time. We try to split it up on days to go through the dealer's room. It's just too much to walk through. After I'm walking for like an hour through the dealer's room, I'm too tired to go to a panel. And then I'm starving now, and I want to get out of this cosplay. So it's rare that I get to go to panels these days.
I feel like there's some that I'm like, okay, I'll go to, and then before I know it, it's like past the time, and I'm like, I forgot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, great. So,
or I take too long putting makeup on, or the cosplay itself, and I miss the panel.
Exactly. So we asked, what was a positive convention experience you've had? So let's see. Oh, sorry, I have to pause the videos. All right, go ahead. So.
Okay, so one of my favorite positive experiences is filming TikToks with my friends. I love doing that, or just being a silly fool making these TikToks, and that's my BFF in the both of the TikToks. And when I can get her to go to a convention with me, we always try to do like a partner or do a cosplay together, and I rope her into all of the silliest TikTok sounds and songs that I hear and make her do it, and we always have such a great time. And in the middle was Robbie Damon. He is a voice actor for one of my favorite characters from Persona 5, Ecchi. And getting to meet him was like such a joy because he's so freaking nice. And he complimented my smile and said I was pretty, and I was like turning into goo when talking to him. I was like, this man is absolutely beautiful, and I love his soul.
I love that. Let me see. This is where you were Wendy, right? Why won't it play? Okay. And she was Burger King?
Yes.
That is super funny. I love it. Your TikToks are always so good. I always feel so embarrassed. And I don't end up filming TikToks, and I'm just like, you know. I'm surprised people didn't say meeting like voice actors and like people like that was like their favorite thing, because I feel like that's like the third part. Like there's the artist alley, there's like panels, there's cosplays, and there's like celebs. I consider them celebrities. Yeah,
celebs in the voice acting world.
Yeah. My positive experience is it was Anime NYC 2022. I actually recorded a vlog that year, and I had a lot of fun. Like I went to the masquerade, I remember. It was just such a good experience that I actually recorded it and like posted it, and people were like responding back, and they're like, oh, I was there too, I had a good time. And like I feel like it was just really cute. I was like, oh my goodness, people like watched my video. People were excited to talk about Anime NYC with me. And I just thought it was a lot of fun. So that was my positive experience.
That's great. Oh man, I'm so jealous of you at the Anime NYC.
So we asked our any mutuals, and someone said hanging out with friends, getting commissions from artists, meeting my favorite creators, and going to panels about things I love. So I think this is one of our last questions for this, and it was like, what was your dream cosplay? And I just think it's like a good thought to have. It's funny because we talked about this in, well, I don't know how this is gonna air. We talked about this before. Me and Amo has talked about it, and I said I really wanted to cosplay. I was unsure because I wanted to cosplay Revolutionary Girl Utena. I wanted Anthe and I wanted Utena. And I said both of their outfits are very iconic. Like I wanted to do like Anthe. I wanted to be able to like pull a sword out. Like I was like, if I had the time, the effort, the cosplay skills, like this would eat. This would eat.
Yes, absolutely.
So let's see yours. Ooh.
So I had 3 different ones. The first one is the Dia from Final Fantasy VIII. That's been like a cosplay go for a long time, but I have no way of understanding how to even start something like that. And then I really want to do Pyramid Head, which is actually something I'm trying to actively work on for MomoCon next year. I wanted to do for BlurredCon because BlurredCon's theme next year is Thriller. So, you know, horror theme stuff, which is funny because the con is in March. But I was like, you know, I really like the Silent Hill franchise, and Pyramid Head is so cool. So I've been looking at pictures and like tutorials on how to make the Pyramid Head part of his outfit, and it doesn't seem hard, but I was like, I should not con crunch something like this though.
Yeah. Are you doing like just straight Pyramid Head? I see people do like different like iterations of it. Like, are you thinking like, I seen a pink one, like I've seen.
Oh yeah, I've seen like a Hello Kitty theme one. I was thinking probably just going like the base Pyramid Head.
Cool, cool.
And the last one, showing my age because I don't know anyone who's ever seen it, but Trinity Blood.
I was gonna say that's Trinity Blood. I was like,
yes.
No way. I was like, that has to be Trinity Blood.
Yes, I watched the heck out of the show.
I did too.
When I was in middle school. I know the mangaka has passed away, so we will never ever get a conclusion to Trinity Blood. But Katarina is the character there, and I've always loved how her outfit looked. And like a long time ago, when I first started like getting interest in doing a cosplay, I saw that cosplay like on probably a cosplay website that doesn't even exist anymore, and I remember it being like $250. And now that I think about it now, I was like, that's a great price. But I've never seen like that cosplay like either like advertised to be sold or made ever again. And I was like, that's still a dream cosplay, is to do Katarina from Trinity Blood.
Perfect. Someone said that they really want to be a giant Eevee, and I thought that was the most adorablest thing. I was like, I want to be giant.
How giant
Eevee
are
too.
we talking?
Have you ever
Are we talking like the
Yeah.
giant plushie ones? Probably that.
That's what I was thinking, or like the inflatable ones. I was like, okay, yeah. And someone says,
which Eevee?
That's true. Maybe just, I think just because they said Eevee, it's just basic Eevee.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to do like a full evolution cosplay, like having a group. I see those are so cute.
Yes, I've seen quite a few of those groups, and they always look so good.
Someone says to cosplay any character from Skullgirls. I've heard of this game. My friends love this game. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know this game. Do you know this game?
I've seen it. It's a TV show too.
Oh.
And it's for like the younger crowd. Well, I would say like tweens maybe. Sometimes we play it at my job for my kids.
Oh.
But some of their outfits they're cute. They're cute outfits.
Nice. That was a lot of fun talking about cons, I have to say.
The goods, the bads, overall, going to anime conventions is a fun pastime, and if one can afford it and has the privilege of being able to go, I highly suggest it. Even if you're not really into anime, I think just going there and just like seeing the people like in their elements, having a great time, even from like just the bystanders look, I think you'll still have a great time.
I agree. And even looking to free conventions, because I do remember like my local like county college, like their anime club was like hosting a little con, and like it was cute, like, you know, for those people who are balling on a budget, you know, look into it. Like you usually have events and things like that. So much fun.
I'm Namu.
And I'm Whimsy.
And we're
Anime Mutuals. That's corny. We get it. But if you want to see more of our charming faces and personalities, don't forget that we have more videos and everything on our YouTube channel, BlackGirlGamers. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
And if you want to hear us in a podcast format, make sure to go to our link tree and go to our other channels like Spotify and Deezer.
Yep. And don't forget to check out our link tree, Anime Mutuals. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Peace.